authentic manifestation. I'm going to share a technique with you. That's not even a technique today. That actually helped me a lot, and I am a big believer in what I'm sharing with you here. It's about asking for help. And we got a little help from a little friend running around here. I just heard this. So the thing I'm sharing with you today is something that's, for some people, this is very easy and something that just comes to them naturally. And what I experienced is that these people, they seem to attract help all the time. I got family members around me, it's the same thing. But if you're a little bit like me, I mean just a little bit like me, you know what I'm saying when I say it's so difficult to ask for help. And when we speak about manifestation, actually getting the things you want, the dream life you want, becoming a reality, what I realized is that this old saying, no man is an island, or whatever the saying is, like this, right? Doing it ourselves is so really intense and difficult. But if you're a team, I mean, if you're one person rowing a big boat, or you are 6 persons rowing the same boat, or you are 24 persons rowing the same boat, well, if you're one person rowing the same boat as the 24 person would row, it's a big boat for you to row all by yourself. But yet again, many of us are in a situation doing what I still catch myself doing this, am doing, is trying to row my boat all by myself. So this thing here is about, what I speak about now is manifestation in an authentic way. Being authentic. Me being authentic about who am I, you being authentic about who are you. And one of the big secrets here that I discovered, that I had to find out, that I had to take so many years of struggle and hardships, and I still fall into this trap, is to actually just share my stuff and maybe ask for help. Maybe I don't even need to ask for help. So I'm going to share a couple of things with you here. It's a lot of people here. I thought we would be alone, but before I do it, I wanted to go down here, but maybe you can, I think you can listen. It's very windy today. It's getting more sun. It's very cold, very windy. So I found a place here. Let's see if we can get to figure this out. So first of all, I hope you got the image. If you want to manifest money, if you want to manifest better health, better relationships, those are the 3 ones that I'm focusing on. You can try doing all by yourself, but maybe you've also tried, or maybe just what I'm sharing with you now is an inspiration to try this. Call up maybe a friend, maybe someone you work with, maybe someone who might help you. And sometimes maybe it might be a person we didn't even expect that could be helpful to us, but just sitting down with one person and speaking about the problem, the issue, the thing that you want, speaking about that and brainstorming with that person, getting ideas from that person, brainstorming and getting ideas. There's so much energy in this. And the thing is, there's so much flow in it also. That's what I really love about this idea. There's so much flow when we brainstorm with other people, when we connect with other people and speak with other people about the issues that we're having, taking it to the next level, whether it's about manifesting more money, manifesting better relationships or health. And like I said, I've been very bad at this, and I'm doing my best to still improve in this one thing about asking for help. So I got a couple of examples with you here to keep the inspiration, the flow of inspiration moving, because what I had this picture of this image. You had this image of this hole in the ground, and there's water in this, but there's no flow. The water's still in the ground, and with time, there comes some maybe some kind of flowers or something in the water. I don't know, but also what could happen is, most often what happens is that it gets, because there's no flow in it, it begins to smell, and you'll see that maybe it gets brown or dark or something like that. I don't know the words in English for this, but anyway, that's one image. But then that image is like, I see myself, if I don't ask for help, if I'm stuck, like this water is stuck, if I'm stuck with an issue in my life and I try to solve it all by myself, I'm like that hole with water. It's not flowing anywhere. It's just stuck. And yes, I can try by myself, but what I figured out is, and that's the image, if I ask for help, or at least I share my stuff with people around me, it's like small rivers, or what you call that, from that hole of water, and the water can begin to move. So imagine there's a river or more rivers coming from the water and to some other waters, or maybe just into the soil, but it moves. Suddenly the water will move, and then imagine also that there's water coming to this hole of water. So maybe some rain has dropped, or maybe just water from the mountains or something like that, and like flow also comes to that hole but moves again from the hole. That's flow. So this image, what I'm sharing with you here, this image is the exact things that asking for help is for me now. So there's a couple of levels in asking for help. And I've found for myself, maybe you can see yourself in what I'm sharing here. I found for myself that, for instance, when I got in my $1.5 million US debt, and I was so buried in debt and stressed and frustrated and all of this, but I didn't share it and I didn't ask for help. I thought I could solve this by myself. And the problems just piled up like the hole. I just got problems, but I didn't share it and didn't ask for help. When I began being desperate, like really desperate about this, and I couldn't really figure anything out how to solve this, I started asking for help. But I started asking for help to up here, to the universe. And it's a thing that I also found out that doing, when the problems begin arising, I say, okay, I try to fight this by myself. I don't have anybody in my corner. I just try to fight it by myself. And as I get more and more desperate, then at a point I find out, okay, now I need to ask for help. So I ask for help. I say, okay, the universe, please ask me, what is my next move here? And here what happens is also the same thing as if I'm doing this with other people, but, and maybe you try this and you tell me your experience in the comments. But when I do this, it's like a release some of the stuckness, some of the waters that's just death in that hole. I release it and the flow begins. Like I get all the stress inside of myself. But when you begin asking for help, maybe to a higher power, maybe to God, maybe to universe, maybe to whatever it is for you, you're not the only one with the stress anymore. You share it. There's flow here. So that's step number one on the level number one. Now the second thing that I realized is that, and I've seen this so many times, and I'm going to share two examples with you. When I begin to ask for help, now two things can happen. One thing is my mind begin trying to figure out what's going on, but my mind is the one thing that figuring out the whole thing for all of this time, who didn't figure it out. And it's not that I'm fighting with my mind, but if you know this too, Our mind can only work and operate from what it has already experienced. So it's just trying solving problems with the same thing that it's always tried to solve the problems with, which means that it's not going to be very good solutions. And if it is, some people are very good with this, but the most people who are very good solving problems, they are good listening and speaking and to other people and get help from others. So the thing is that what I realized some many times now is that ask for help, whatever the problem is. Maybe, okay, I need to pay my next bill. How do I pay my next bill? Please help me, universe. Please help me. But not from desperation, just maybe from desperation. That's what I did. But if you can do it from not desperation, it's even better. And the more frequently you ask, the more help you'll get. And then instead of listening to the mind, the big thing for me has been, instead of listening to the mind, actually just wait for any kind of inspiration. And that inspiration, I never know where it comes from. And I realized it's some kind of feeling, and sometimes it's in the gut, sometimes it's a whispering, sometimes it's a calling, sometimes it's something in my reality showing up, a dog like before, barking in a special way that leaves me with kind of like, wow, this is the next step. Something over there, that tree calls for me to go over there and hug it, or whatever. And then following that inspiration. So and I've seen this again and again, but I like this way of saying it. Inspired action. Take inspired action from something else that the brain that keeps saying the same things or fighting the same battles. So instead of that, asking for help, and then wait, listen, and whatever it is for you, just follow that inspiration. It's amazing how this has helped me so many times, and also people I work with, it helped them. Even team members I had, because this is the thing for me, when I came out of my 1.5 US dollar debt, I didn't do it alone. Like I said before, I created a team of 60 people in less than 4 years. I had my vision for the company. I began knowing how to sell my stuff. There was a cleaning company. I knew how to sell the contracts. But fast I had to take people in. I got them into the vision, and I could help them solve their problems in the business. How can I help you solve the customer's problem even better? So you're proud of that. And I became not friends, but also friends. Yeah, I became heart to heart with them. I was the leader, but I became heart to heart. I learned about them. I learned about their troubles, about their desires, and I could help them flow again. I could help them, and the more that I helped them, the more they helped me, the more they helped the customers, and the faster the cleaning business grew. Again, 60 people in less than 4 years. I really hope this inspired you as it has done to me. I was reminded about this actually today, about the stuckness if I don't ask for help. And so ask for help to a higher power. And the second level, I'm just gonna dive very quickly into this right now, then we could do it more in another video. But that is speaking about the issues with friends, with team members, with whoever it is. And sometimes just be aware that if you speak with family members or team members, or if you speak with broke people about your broke problems, it might be that the answers are not that good because they come from the mind that they come from and operate from. And probably you will agree, if you speak with a person who made $10 million the last 2 years in an area where they what you want to do or what you're doing might be something that they know a little about, probably the answers would be better if you spoke with your sister who didn't have a job for the last 2 years. I don't know if your sister had a job or you have a friend doing $10 million, but it was an example. So it makes sense, just have this in mind. But I think the first steps here is just really asking for help. And whatever the problem is, you know what it is, just ask for help. It's a big one, really a big one, to the universe, or whatever it is to the people around you. Ask for help, and then just feel the energy of that and the inspiration, and follow the inspiration. So I hope this helped a little bit. I am out on my first walk in some days here. That's also why I didn't put a video up for the last couple of days. I actually went down with a fever. It's really winter here. It's getting beautiful, but it's still winter. So and I've been looking forward. I was just like, should I put a video up, even though I was just there really down. And I said to myself, no, take some relaxation time, Michael, and enjoy it. So that's what I did, and this is the video coming out to you here. Please feel free to put in the comments something you want help with, or you asked for help with, or just that you actually did ask for help. And feel free to share it in the comment. All right, lots of love.